Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Drew and you're once again watching Drew the Theme Park Dude. In today's video, I'm giving my top 10 rides found at Walt Disney World Resort in Orlando, Florida. This list is my list, so it's not going to be your list, so feel free to comment down below with a civil discussion, and yeah, feel free to disagree or agree with my opinions. Remember, there's roughly 60 attractions found inside Walt Disney World, so just an attraction being on this list says a lot about the ride. One rule that I have in deciding this list is that the ride must still be in operation at the time of recording, which is June of 2023, so sorry, no Splash Mountain or a great movie ride for this list. Now, before I begin, it would mean a lot if you could like and subscribe to this video with notifications on for future content. Now, off to the video. In 10th place, we have Spaceship Earth located at Epcot. This is a classic Epcot opening day attraction that takes you through the giant park icon. It's the first attraction you see as you enter, and this old school dark ride is an omni-mover with rotating seats and screens for a fun interactive element at the end of the ride. The attraction takes you through various moments in history, such as the caveman, Egyptian, and the moon landing. This ride has many animatronic figures that still hold up to this day. The ride was supposed to get a major overhaul with updated animatronics, audio, and a new story element, but seems to have been cut following the 2020 pandemic for budget reasons. This ride is a must nearly every time I visit Epcot because it's relaxing and also has air conditioning for a great 20-minute break in the middle of a hot, sweaty Florida day. The interactive element is neat because at the very beginning of the ride it asks for you to smile at a camera because you go up a giant hill into the Epcot ball, but at the end when you go back down the hill slowly, you get to create your own future by selecting different things that appear on the screen that's in front of you. After you go through this selection, it then plays a short video using your photo you took and places you inside the video. Last thing I love about this ride is the narration and really how it takes you through history and an educational and relaxing journey through Spaceship Earth. In 9th place, we have the ride that inspired one of the most popular film franchises of all time, Pirates of the Caribbean. This is another classic Disney ride found at Magic Kingdom and features several animatronics as you go through on a boat while encountering pirates at every turn. The ride features a decent-sized drop towards the beginning that takes you into the main show building that features one of my favorite scenes in any Disney ride, a huge pirate ship firing cannons at an old fort while they are firing back. You are caught in the middle, and as cannonballs hit the water splashes onto your boat. The ride originally did not feature Captain Jack Sparrow, but once the film came out and was very well received, the ride was updated to feature characters from the film. This Disney classic is a must-ride when you visit Magic Kingdom and still holds up as one of the best Disney dark rides of all time 50 years later. And this ride can be found at Disney parks all across the world in different versions such as Disneyland in California and a very high-tech version found at Shanghai Disneyland. Test Track takes 8th place and is the fastest ride at Walt Disney World with a max speed of 65 miles per hour. This ride is located inside of Epcot and is a must for all thrill seekers. The ride allows you to create a car, and then before you board the ride vehicle, you can scan your park ticket or Magic Band, which allows the car you created to be tested while you're going through the various tests on the attraction. So at the end of each scene, a screen appears saying how you ranked among other cars in your vehicle, adding a competitive aspect to the attraction. The ride is mostly indoors with fun fast sections, hard brakes, and even slower sections, but the main part of the ride is the outside speed test, which is also the most popular part of the ride, where you launch up to 65 miles per hour on a track that goes out and around the ride building. Test Track is a fast and fun ride that I definitely recommend you check out while at Epcot. Another Disney classic, the Haunted Mansion, takes 7th place, located at Magic Kingdom. Take a journey through a mansion full of 999 happy haunts where there is always room for one more. Hop aboard a doom buggy as you navigate the mansion, with illusions, scares, and effects all around you. This ride has iconic Disney attraction scenes such as the Ghost Dance and the finale with the iconic Grim Grinning Ghost song. I personally love this attraction and make it a must-ride nearly every visit. It's also a longer attraction so you get more for your weight, and it consists of one of the best pre-shows at any ride, the infamous stretching room. It's a nice and fun, relaxing ride that really is worth riding whenever you're at Magic Kingdom, and I cannot recommend it enough. That is why it takes 7th place here on my top 10 rides at Walt Disney World. In 6th place, we have the newest ride to open at the resort, Tron Light Cycle Run, found in Tomorrowland at Magic Kingdom. So personally, this is my favorite ride at Magic Kingdom, ever since Splash Mountain is no longer with us. I've ridden this ride a decent amount of times since it opened earlier this year, and it's a blast from start to finish every single time. The only reason it's not even higher on this list is due to the ride's short length, but even that doesn't stop it from being one of Disney's best attractions ever made. The entire pre-show and queue line are one of my favorites on any Disney ride and really immerse you into the world of Tron. The pre-show with the screen opening up and seeing that launch is really something that you only get on a ride like this. The unusual ride vehicle also is really cool as it puts you in a bike position, which is unlike anything in the Florida area and differs from Hagrid's because you are actually like hunched over on a bike in this attraction, unlike Hagrid's where you're just putting a restraint down. So yeah, it is unlike anything in the Florida area. It also is the fastest Disney coaster at Walt Disney World at 59 miles an hour, making it a must-ride for coaster enthusiasts. Tron may be new, but has a bright future ahead at Magic Kingdom as one of Disney's best rides ever created and really is something, especially if you ride it at night. In 5th place, enter the Twilight Zone at Tower of Terror. This iconic Disney drop ride is found at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Arguably one of the best Disney rides of all time, this attraction has everything Disney fan wants. An incredible pre-show, theming all throughout, and just a fun ride experience that varies every time you ride due to the drop sequences being different. This ride also has a really neat story that is told very well throughout the ride, being also a very spooky story. It's based on an old popular TV show, but still holds up well today, with the IP still being pretty relevant with reboots and all of that. The ride itself also, you basically go up an elevator as you go through the hotel and stops for various scenes, such as the Family of Ghosts. And then when the elevator moves forward through the Twilight Zone to take you to the main elevator shaft with the big drops. The ride launches you up and down and even stops at the top while a window opens to give you a great view of the entire park. Tower of Terror is one of the most fun rides at the resort, and if you ask maybe 100 Disney fans, I'd say about a third of them will say it's the best Disney ride of all time just because it's that much of a fan favorite popular ride. The only reason it's not my personal favorite any higher is just because I believe the 4 other rides higher on this list are better attractions, but some of them might be subjective, so Tower of Terror is still a great Disney attraction though, and that's why it is 5th place here on my ranking and is a must ride every time you visit Disney's Hollywood Studios. In 4th place, encounter the Yeti on Expedition Everest at Disney's Animal Kingdom Park. Animal Kingdom's only coaster that opened back in 2006 is still one of the best Disney rides ever created. This coaster is thrilling while also being enjoyable for most guests. The ride begins with a basic lift hill up the side of a recreation of Mount Everest. It uses the same illusion both Main Street USA at Magic Kingdom and Hogwarts Castle at Islands of Adventure use to make it appear larger when viewing than it actually is. Once the ride gets to the top, it's met with a dead end due to a broken piece of track that was supposedly caused by the Yeti, who is a mythical creature that lives on the mountain. You then go backwards in a pretty intense part of the ride through a downwards helix that actually has caused myself to gray out at times and may actually be the most intense part of a Disney coaster that I've ever been on. Then you stop and are met with a projection of a shadow of a Yeti, which then causes you to go forward and exit the mountain on the ride's big drop. The outside portion doesn't last long though, as you head right back into the mountain with some more hills and turns, and then you exit again through an upward helix and head back inside where you come face to face with a massive Yeti animatronic. It no longer moves sadly and is now referred to as the Disco Yeti because it now has flashing lights. As you pass by at such a fast speed, it appears so as it's moving. The animatronic is really impressive, and even though you only get a glimpse of it, it's really cool. The ride then is back at the station. This coaster is definitely a must, and my second favorite Disney coaster they've ever built. Expedition Everest is just such a fun ride that I really cannot recommend enough because it really is that ride that stands out. Animal Kingdom and is the icon, even with Pandora. I still find it a very enjoyable ride that is a must every time I visit the park. Staying at Animal Kingdom, taking 3rd place, we have Avatar Flight of Passage. The film you guys are seeing right now is the film that plays on the attraction, but obviously it's not going to be able to, replicate the motion or really showing the full attraction, so just keep that in mind when you're watching this clip here. But yeah, taking 3rd place, we have this attraction, is the signature ride at Pandora, the World of Avatar, which opened back in 2017. This ride is similar to Soarin' in how it's a flying theater attraction, but the way you're sitting is similar to Tron, where it's kind of like a bike, and a back restraint holds you in a hunched over biker position for the duration of the ride, which may be uncomfortable for certain guests. The actual ride itself is incredible and takes you through the world of Avatar, as you ride your very own Banshee, and can actually feel it breathing due to the effects within your seat. The music is also incredible, and every time I ride, someone near me is crying by the end of it. The ride is a lot of Disney fans' favorite as well, and really captures the Disney magic. It's just a gorgeous attraction between the film that plays and just everything going on around you, the pre-shows, the queue line with the animatronic. Just a really impressive attraction. This ride never has a dull moment and actually makes you sad when it ends. The ride I cannot recommend enough, and you should definitely ride it next time you're at Disney's Animal Kingdom. Taking second place, one of the newer rides at the resort, Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, found inside of Epcot. This ride opened back in 2022 and brings a new level of thrills to Epcot as the park's first and only coaster, since technically Test Track isn't a roller coaster. This ride is an indoor launch coaster with a controlled spinning system that allows riders to always be faced towards whatever is happening around them as they zoom by screens and set pieces. The ride replaced LMG Immersive Energy and is located pretty close to the entrance of the park. You join the Guardians of the Galaxy from the first film to save the galaxy from a celestial Eson from turning back time and destroying Earth, which you all see in a very impressive pre-show that occurs over the course of 3 different rooms, with one of the rooms the walls opening up to reveal a bigger room. So yeah, the pre-shows are all pretty neat. You see Terry Crews on there welcoming you to the attraction, as well as the Guardians of the Galaxy themselves. You then make your way to the ride's actual station, where you board a Star Jumper and blast through time while one of the various songs plays, such as Conga, One Way or Another, September, and more. And it's randomized, so you never know which song you're going to get. I've been on the ride 15 times, and I've gotten every song. I think there's 6 different ones, so yeah, it's pretty cool. And they even have a holiday overlay where they play the song Run Run Rocket, which is a parody of Run Run Rudolph. All in all, this is a super fun ride that is a must when you visit Epcot. Now for the number 1 best ride found at Walt Disney World Resort, we have to travel to a galaxy far, far away and ride Star Wars Rise of the Resistance, found inside of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge at Disney's Hollywood Studios. This is the definition of an e-ticket and true immersive experience. The second you enter the queue till you exit the ride, you are immersed in a completely original Star Wars story, and you are a part of this story. The ride has 3 different pre-shows prior to the main attraction, which is what is playing on the screen now. This attraction has several audio animatronics with a mixture of screens and special effects to bring everything to life. This ride is a Star Wars fan's dream and really everything Disney has to offer in one huge experience. You are the center of this Star Wars story and really get to experience it firsthand. It's almost not even a ride, it's just like a 30-minute Star Wars immersive experience because you begin the queue and you immediately feel like you're in a Rebel base outpost. You're greeted by an audio animatronic BB-8 and a hologram Rey, which uses the Pepper's Ghost effect, seen on several other theme park attractions around the world. You then enter the second pre-show, which is a life-size Star Wars transport ship with more animatronics, and you fly up into space, where you're then intercepted by the First Order and put on this huge Star Cruiser with the doors opening up to the greatest reveal on any theme park attraction ever, with these huge stormtroopers there. You're inside a hangar with several stormtroopers in front of you, fully immersed. Then the third pre-show, you get interrogated by Kylo Ren and General Hux, before being broken out with the wall of your holding cell breaking and being actually seeing like a cutout and then going through the hole in the wall and then being put on these transport vehicles to escape out of the Star Destroyer. This is where the main part of the ride occurs as you're escaping the Star Destroyer and encounter Finn, Kylo Ren, and many more surprises filled with insane level of special effects, including lightsabers cutting through the ceiling that you're escaping through. I mean, it's incredible, and I won't spoil the rest of the ride, but the video playing now will, so, keep in mind of that. But to conclude, Star Wars Rise of the Resistance at Hollywood Studios is the best ride ever created, and at Walt Disney World Resort. It really is something special, and if you cannot ride the one at Hollywood Studios, there's an exact clone of it that I've also been on over at Disneyland Resort in Anaheim, California. So those are the only 2 ways right now to get on this insane attraction. So yes, definitely do recommend, if you are, planning to go to Disney World, this is the number 1 attraction you guys need to ride. But yeah, thank you guys so much for reaching to the end of this video. Remember to comment down below your list of favorites at Walt Disney World Resort. I really hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, this list isn't the right list, it's my list, so, we're going to disagree with some things, so make it civil in the comments. But yeah, please leave a like and subscribe with notifications on for future content. Thanks again, and have a great day, everyone. See ya. Bye.